perfectly into
Woodford Weekend.
Hey, can we do a rap style of Woodford Weekend?
That's you. Come on, let's go. Drop a bar. I don't know.
I can't do it. I'm so nervous right now.
I know, it's nerve-wracking. Those people that can just all of a sudden, like, just start, like, rapping, can just start doing that, is unreal.
Well, when you can
There's so many people out there shaking their heads like, you are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You are ridiculous.
When anybody can open their mouth and, like, good sound comes out of it, you know, like, whether it's song or rap or any of it, I'm just so impressed.
I don't know. I want to think of my top, and this is so random for Woodford Weekends, but like my top 5 rappers, or just like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, totally. That's the realm. But probably top 3 probably would be, I don't know if it comes from the 90s, but like I always loved Missy Elliott. Remember Missy Elliott?
Oh, she's good. She's good.
And obviously Eminem. Now this is kids don't necessarily. Oh, obviously Snoop Dogg. But I'm thinking, for some reason I liked. Not for some reason, but there was Ludacris, and then is it Twista? I can't think that's that guy's name. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, obviously, finding I was just talking with Brett about this. Like back in the day, finding CDs, just finding them.
Yeah.
Like I remember being on the bus and finding like.
How many burn CDs did you have?
Oh, I had tons of burn CDs.
Yeah.
And I had those cases that with the sleeves.
You know, like now you can totally customize your playlist, but that was the best because you could just totally, get your own. I guess that was like the way of doing our playlist back in the day. Kids are probably like, "What are you talking about?"
You had to burn it on, because and not everybody had that kind of software. So no. I know. I mean, obviously, I was into videos and burning, so I could do that kind of stuff. And yeah, we would make playlists and whatnot. And
because I'm his little sister, I can, he might. He may not always like all the secrets I tell, but James was a big burn CD guy.
Yo, he was?
And he always had the funniest names for his burn CDs.
Yeah, see, that was the naming
you had to name it.
Yes.
You get your Sharpie and you name it. And one of them I remember was like Jimmy Jams, like his. Anyway, but yes.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna go, give me a copy of that Jimmy Jams.
Yes, dude, that'd be so funny. Okay, so block parties, guys, check it out. Both in Midway and Versailles are coming, kicking off this next weekend. But also, while we're on music in Woodford County, if you guys have not checked out Kentucky Gentlemen, they just got featured by CMT. They are a local kind of sibling duo. They live in Nashville now. They're doing huge things. They graduated from Woodford County High School. Check them out. They are so awesome. I'm trying to get them to come home. Obviously, Sturgill Simpson is another one.
Oh yeah, Sturge.
But we have some really, really awesome talent from Woodford County.
I can't remember the name of the album, but he did these music videos for the songs that were all like kind of anime looking. Those were awesome. I loved those were great. Those were probably my favorite ones. It's been a while since I've seen it. I saw them when they first came out because that's kind of how I first because I saw that and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And I looked him up. I'm like, he's from here. I didn't necessarily realize. And then obviously that was before when he actually came and we got a street. A street was named after him.
Yeah. Old Sturgill. You guys have got to go back and look at that. That was awesome. Pre-COVID, like right at the cusp of it.
It was freezing that day too.
So cold. But he, just even what he said about like the irony of being back on Big Scene because he had smashed so many mailboxes.
Oh my gosh, he did say that.
Seeing Squirrel, and he was a sheriff at the time, and they brought him in. He and his buddies that did that. And anyway, it was just a cool event. But anyway, long story short, check that out as part of Woodford Weekends. I think you won't be disappointed.
I think we're gonna go take a little trip to Amsden Bourbon Bar. Yes. Because last week we kind of got a sneak peek of Shelby making the French 75 and the Grand Manhattan with the double oaked.
You get to do all the fun things on the show.
Well. And then, I believe what we're getting ready to see is, first up is her talking about the Grand Manhattan and kind of what that's all about.
Guys, it looks awesome. Check this out.
Yeah. We got to see how Shelby made the Grand Manhattan. Yes, chef kiss. Perfect for fine dining, which is what this is all about. a Grand Manhattan with the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, which is my fave.
Yeah, Cory didn't hate it. It is.
Cory loves it.
Yeah.
Cory loves it.
Yes. That's right.
Yes, yeah, that's the bartender knowing that right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what that says about Cory, but it's fine. He's fine. We're all fine.
We're all fine. Everything's fine here. Oh, look at this, guys. This is beautiful. Yeah, so, I mean, very, very fine dining, right?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Shelby, well, introduce yourself. You're a new familiar face here at the bar. And also, just how did you make this cocktail, and why does it go so well with our fine dining theme?
For sure. So I'm Shelby. I've been at the Amsden for about a year now. I really enjoy making these really fine dining cocktails, and these are the two that I would really put up there with fine dining, because you can find these at most any restaurants ever. The Grand Manhattan is really interesting because it has a mix of bourbon as well as some orange bitters and some orange liqueur. So we don't always know how much the orange liqueur really complements the bourbon until you taste it. You can see that in the color. Bourbon's usually a little bit darker than that, but the orange liqueur just kind of lightens it and gives it that really nice smoky color. It's really interesting. So we add a bit of the double oaked, again, Cory's favorite. We add a bit of Grand Marnier, which you can find any orange liqueur anywhere, distiller, that kind of thing. We add a bit of sweet vermouth, which again adds to that color and a little bit of bitterness to the bourbon in case it's too sweet. A bit of orange bitters that you can find at Walmart, Kroger, anywhere like that. And really any cherry that you want to add to the bottom there, but we always like to use the Luxardo cherries. These are out of France, or Italy, yes, out of Italy, and they're really good bourbon cocktail cherries. So.
Yeah, and you even said
So
for
fancy.
the orange liqueur, you could even do an orange juice if you
Absolutely.
had that at home.
Yeah. That's what I do at home with my old fashions too, because we use a lot of orange-based cocktail, mixing things, that kind of thing. So I would say if you just wanted to add a little bit of orange juice to add to that sweetness, that would make it even better to me personally. That's what I really suggest. But if you are more of a bourbon-based person, definitely stick with the orange liqueur and orange bitters.
Grand Marnier, how do you say it?
Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier.
My word,
God,
you can't take them
I
out
know.
very well.
But it's from Paris. Is it? We're saying Paris. I'm not Patty.
Yeah, and not Paris, Kentucky.
Patty. No, that's Paris. That's Paris. Yeah. So that's awesome. So I got to try this. I've got to try this.
What would you think this would pair well food-wise with?
Oh, absolutely. So I would think, the Grand Marnier, or the Grand Manhattan in general, I think would go really well with any kind of meat. I personally prefer my steaks, like burgers, that kind of thing, medium well, and I think that really complements the bourbon too. So I would definitely recommend, if you're out at, any restaurants around here, anywhere, I would get a meat that is a little bit more raw than what you would normally get, and that's going to complement it really, really well.
I mean, it's sweet, but it's not a harsh sweet.
Absolutely.
It's very, very, very smooth.
You need to take another drink just to be
I
sure,
do.
right? I'm sure.
Make sure it's not poison.
That's right.
That's what my mom always
Portion
said.
control. Oh yeah.
So before they go fine dining or after, this Amsden Bourbon Bar is the perfect date night place to go just to get a drink. Tell them what all you guys have here, because not only do you have this, but you've got a whole array of great selections.
Absolutely. So we actually do seasonal cocktails here as well. We do pride ourselves on all of our bourbons. I mean, there's things in here that you won't find anywhere else. I mean, really. Even if you are a bourbon connoisseur. I would say the best part about being here is the atmosphere and how small everything is here, and how if there's someone across the room, you immediately become friends with them and you can just sit there and talk to them about your night, that kind of thing. We pride ourselves here, the bartenders, on being very communicative with our guests and everything. So we like to know about you, we like to know your name, we like to know where you're going and how it was. I would definitely say our cocktails are the best that I have ever made, first of all, and ever had.
Here.
I said, just go ahead.
No, I was gonna say here.
Oh, yes, okay. Cory knows too.
Oh yeah.
So we have a lot of different summer cocktails specifically right now. We've got a lot of watermelon-based, margarita-based, all kinds of strawberry-based, fresh mint, things that we get locally that we really recommend coming in and trying. So.
Beautiful.
Come August, I'm coming back.
You're
I'm doing it, people.
coming back strong.
Yeah. Now, does Cory have a frequent flyer fire pass here, like loyalty card program?
I would say he's got something. I don't know if I'd say a fast pass or anything, but he comes in and he's always so excited. He's always so excited. I know exactly what he gets every time.
Raising the roof.
Always having a good time. Even whenever he's here, coming in here by himself, he's coming in to talk to everybody. You know, so.
Put me on blast. Put me on blast. Come in here with the wife. Or like a client,
all the time, all
or
the
client
time.
or something.
Or just a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
If
he's coming in here by himself, he's coming to hang out with us. So he's never technically alone. He's always
4:02, right? Because you open at 4.
Oh yeah, 4:02.
I'd be interested to. I mean, the double oaked has such a distinct taste apart from regular Woodford Reserve.
Yeah.
I feel. I mean, it gives it a great oaky and that coconut almost like a little chocolate zing to it. It's delicious. I would beg you to come here and try this, but when you do, it has to be pinky up because it's
absolutely.
It's fine dining.
The glass, you just have to do it.
Oh, and it's fine dining.
Yeah, the double oaked is actually really interesting too. It's not something that I would say has a heavy sweet taste, but it definitely is sweeter because double oaked means that it was oaked in those barrels that were kind of charred a little bit on the outside, which creates that smoky and really sweet flavor. So I would say if you're looking for something really nice and standard that's not crazy expensive, this is always going to be a good recommendation. Always.
Totally.
So.
Everything complements each other very well.
Absolutely.
I would go as far as to say that I would only do this with double oak. I don't even want to try anything else.
No.
I keep talking this way to her, but I know that I'm supposed to be. I know there are people out there like, look towards the camera. So
it's like this is your first rodeo or something.
My first rodeo. To tie it up, so we've talked about what it pairs with. We've talked about how it's made. We got to see that. Is there anything else that we want to wrap this segment up with?
I don't know. I mean, anytime you guys feel you don't have anything to do, or if you do have something to do, come by and see us. We're always good to see people. You know, we love meeting everyone. We love Cory and Emily. So anytime you guys want to come by, we'd love to meet you. Love to hang out with you. So.
It's a beautiful place to hang out. Perfect, great couch, great outdoor space. So I second that as well. You guys gotta.
They always have racing on, which I don't mind watching.
That's true.
That's true. Run.
Yeah. For your Woodford weekends, this is a stop.
Yes. And if you're not from Woodford County, you have to come specifically for a trip to the Amsden Bourbon Bar. Mm-hmm. It's worth the trip in.
Totally. Back to you, clone of Cory and Emily in the studio.